Fiasco is basically designed to make Coen Brothers movies. And so most of the time it is like these characters are characters that I'm genuinely glad something bad will happen to. Phoenix, as Jen said, it is that question. You were talking about, well, Rogue wouldn't do that or Rogue would do this.
Right.
With Phoenix, it is a world that is essentially in existential peril. There is, and I don't just mean ennui, that we're all very gloomy. It is basically, there's this whole mysterious wave of supernatural threats. Any scary thing you can think of is probably happening somewhere. We don't know why. We don't know if they're related. And it is basically, you are the only people who actually have the ability to try and do anything about this because you are Phoenixes, because you have power. And part of the whole design of it is the idea of, if you take Lord of the Rings, where they run into the Balrog in Moria, and it's basically in a D&D scenario, we cannot beat this thing. This is just going to kill us all unless one of us takes a stand at the bridge and takes it down.
Okay.
Even though they're
somebody
going to die
takes
in the
a
process. And Phoenix basically lets you have those moments because that's not the end of the story. You don't come back right away, but when you do come back, you come back stronger than before. You basically learn and grow from that experience. And so it lets you have the moments of, I'm going to throw myself on the bomb, I'm going to hold the Balrog at the bridge, and really builds this stronger sense of team because it is all about, we need to succeed together.
Okay, so it's team building and Phoenix, of course, is about the sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice kind of thing.
It's basically like an example of a Phoenix adventure would be, we're dropping you in this village, there is a zombie outbreak, you have 2 hours to stop this before it spreads too far to be stopped. And as long as you can stop it, it does not matter if all of you die in the process.
Okay.
But if you all die without stopping it, by the time you come back, it's too late. We're going to have to, we basically lost that region. We've lost Pittsburgh. And the story's not over because you've come back to life. But now we've lost Pittsburgh. What do we do?
Pittsburgh is not in the world of Phoenix. But
No, Pittsburgh is the one. No.
Well, this has been a question about zombie worlds, because Walking Dead and all that stuff.
Yep.
I read 3 of the trades, and then I was like, oh, there's still zombies. I'm like,
they're more sort of shuffling now. Sooner or later, we'll just see the crawling dead.
Because here's the thing about zombie worlds for me have to end, in my opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, in one of 2 ways. You have to either cure zombieism or everyone dies.
Yeah.
Have you heard my theory about how the dinosaurs died out?
No.
I call it the vampire event horizon. Because vampires feed on living creatures, and then those living creatures either die or become vampires.
Right.
Which means that you have more vampires, which mean more living creatures. And so my theory is this happened with the dinosaurs. Pterodactyls aren't a separate species. It's what dinosaur vampires turned into instead of bats. All the dinosaurs became vampires. Mammals,
dinosaurs are real.
Yeah, the mammals were too small to catch and so they all died out.
Remember, it's Keith's world.
This is a Keith dinosaur. This is a mashup of reality and fantasy. There we go.
Is there a difference?
I thought that there was a... Yes, there we go. I'm going to go yes. Dinosaurs are real. So, don't blur it for me. It'll make my life very weird.